What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today on NBA 2K25, here in the modern era, I wanted to talk about a team that I haven't done in quite a while, and that is the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves in a very interesting situation. Of course, they just had the #1 overall pick in a draft class that didn't feel like the best. They got Zachary at #1 after Alex Star didn't want to come to Atlanta for whatever reason. They traded away Dejounte Murray. They still have Trae Young. It's going to be interesting to see where this franchise ends up, basically. So let's jump in and do an Atlanta Hawks rebuild in NBA 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Also, the last couple of videos, I didn't mess with contract sliders. I finally did that today, so contract shouldn't be just ginormous and outlandish or whatever it's been the last couple of videos. It's been really annoying. These young players that haven't barely played any minutes just asking for $40 million a year. I have fixed that. I think that should be fixed a little bit. I may have fixed it too much, so I guess we'll kind of see. This will be kind of an experimentation video. If the contracts are just like way too small, then we need to mess with it some more. But outside of Trae Young, of course, you got Jalen Johnson, who's a very talented player, going to be a really good player next to Trae Young. Clint Capella, Okongwu, Bogdan. You got DeAndre Hunter, Larry Nance, Zachary Shai, Dyson Danielson, David Roddy, and Cody Zeller. So, of course, when it comes to the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young is someone that I don't know if he'll be here throughout the rest of his contract. I mean, there's been always rumors about him maybe being moved. He's not got along with the head coaches that they've hired before. They have Quinn Snyder now, of course. But outside of Trae Young, this team doesn't seem like they're very ready to compete for a championship. And not that Trae Young is like super old and we got to go win now, but he's not super young anymore either. 26, you're starting to enter your prime a little bit. So Trae Young, I could definitely see a world where he's eventually moved somewhere else if Atlanta just doesn't, really compete. And I'm not sure if they will be able to. So for this year, #1, we are going to just simulate this season and we're going to see how things go. So this is going to be Trae Young, Bogdan, Zachary Shai, #1 overall pick, Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella, Okongwu, DeAndre Hunter, Larry Nance, and Dyson Daniels. I do think there is a really important world where we actually stop at the deadline and make some moves here, because there is some guys I feel like we can move out of here, get some assets going forward, and we'll just kind of see what happens from there. Like Clint Capella to me is someone that I could definitely see Atlanta trading in real life somewhere else. Him being an expiring contract, you have Okongwu as your other center, maybe give him the keys to the franchise would probably be the best move going forward. So let's just go ahead without further ado, simulate year 1, and we'll just simply see how this Atlanta Hawks team does now that DeJounte Murray isn't here and you have Zachary Shai after you drafted him #1 overall. Maybe this team surprises me and we can go forward Trae Young. So far we're off to a good start, but we'll see what happens as we go further. Today's video is brought to you by two softwares designed to help you beat the sports books and become a much profitable sports bettor. We're starting on Daily Grind Fantasy's Optimizer. So if you play on apps such as Prize Picks, Underdog, or any of these popular DFS apps, having a tool like this is insanely awesome to have, that you can find good plays like this right in front of you on the board. As you can see, we actually have some NBA preseason value popping up, which is kind of cool. Like that, NBA is about to be back right around the corner, but we got some combo quarterback props right now. So as you can see, you got some yard combo props on Joe Burrow, Lamar, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, and then CJ Stroud plus Josh Allen over. As you can see, you got a couple books. I mean, you got some books actually listing this at plus odds, but Pinnacle at -161. And then I think this is our BetMGM at -150. So yeah, as you can see, there's some value popping to the board, but I would not be shocked if this is all gone. So if I refresh the page, yeah, it's all gone. Clearly it's all gone. So if we try to go to those combo props on Prize Picks, let's see, passing yards combo. Let's see, is it still here? So it looks like it may have been bumped actually. So the Josh Allen CJ Stroud one is here. I wasn't really paying attention to what that was at before, but clear it's been bumped. But the other two are completely gone. Like Geno Smith, Daniel Jones isn't on the board. No longer is Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. As you can see, that was value that popped up, which is why it is completely gone now. I also love OddsJam's positive EV tool. Not a whole lot of value going on right now, but as you can see on a hockey team total regular time at +175 on Fliff. This is a 1-1 comparison, but betting this on DraftKings want to make a ton of sense because it's at +150. It make a lot more sense to bet it on +175. And then you got a point spread between Houston and TCU. Same thing. Fliff is offering the best value. As simple as that. Of course, last but not least, make sure to check out Prize Picks. All links are down in the description below. Use code Crushables on Prize Picks to match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $200. And on the two softwares, you get a percentage off your first month. So if you love sports betting, having tools like this is insanely awesome. So make sure to check them out. On that, let's get back to the video. So we are at the trade deadline as promised, and we're actually doing pretty good on the season right now, but I still want to trade away Clint Capella, so I'm trying to send Capella over to Memphis to get Marcus Smart in a 2028 unprotected first-round pick. I just think that'd be the best value going forward. We're not going to re-sign Capella, and we give Okongwu the keys to the center position, I think getting Marcus Smart as someone who can play next to Trae Young could definitely be beneficial. Memphis, of course, needs a big as well. They did draft Zach Edey, but if they want like a veteran, Capella could definitely be somebody they should be interested in. So let's see what they say to this offer, and they do agree. Just like that, 29 and 22 on the season. Now, Capella might have been a huge part of that, but I still wanted to give Okongwu the keys to the position here. Marcus Smart, I do believe, is a great addition, especially next to Trae Young. Can play some defense there. He might regress, but at least we got a first-round pick out of it as well, which is why we're very happy with that trade. So that is the only trade we're doing at the deadline. I would have sold some more pieces, but like I said, we're actually a playoff team right now. So I'm going to leave things the way they are, other than we trade away Capella, bring in a nice veteran in Marcus Smart, who's going to come off the bench for now. Would not be surprised if eventually, well, I don't know if he's listed at point guard or shooting guard. Let's see if that's the case. So he's listed at point guard. So if we list him at shooting guard, it might be a different story. He might start over Bogdan, which I don't mind. But if they still want to have him come off the bench, that's fine too. So let's see. So I do like the idea of Marcus Smart starting next to Trae Young. I definitely think that could be beneficial. And then Bojan off the bench doesn't sound too bad as well. So that's what we'll roll with for the rest of the season. So let's go ahead some of the rest of the season, and let's see if we do remain a playoff team in year one. So at the end of year number one, we do get Zachary Ricochet to win Rookie of the Year, which is nice. I kind of knew that trading Capella could be a huge gamble because we did fall off once we traded him away. Now, we're still in the play-in tournament, but obviously not on just a straight-up playoff team trajectory. Unfortunately, we are a play-in team, but we had 31 and 10 from Trae Young, so that's good to see, of course. But yeah, I knew Capella was a huge part of what we were doing, but at the end of the day, he is, you know, an expiring contract, and I wasn't planning on re-signing him. So unfortunately, trading him away may have resulted in us falling off a little bit, but it is what it is. So 31 from Trae Young, 15 from Bogdan, 14 from Ricochet, 12 from Jalen Johnson, 12 from Hunter, 10 from Marcus Smart, 9 from Okongwu, and then 4 from Dyson Daniels, and then 3.7 from Larry Nance. So one thing I do want to look at is, I should have looked at this earlier, but shot tendencies, we do need someone to score next to Trae Young. So I'm going to push Jalen Johnson's shot tendency up quite a bit here. I also did extend him. So he was willing to sign an extension. I will admit that the contract he was wanting to begin with was kind of low, but I did boost the salary up just a little bit. So there might be some more experimenting I need to do with the contract situation, the contract sliders. But I do believe, you know, around 20 to 25 million could maybe be Jalen Johnson's market. All depends on if he has a breakout season this coming season. Maybe he gets even more because he's an all-star or something. I could definitely see that happening. But we get Chicago in round one, so let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Chicago Bulls. And I didn't mean to click simulate plan, but we lost in the first leg, unfortunately. Anyway, so simulate playoffs, and let's go ahead and see who goes on to win the championship. So I don't think I'll trade Trae Young just based off we actually had a chance to make the playoffs. It's just once I traded Capella, things kind of fell off. But we do need to be aggressive and show Trae Young that, hey, we don't want to just sit around and be a playing team and hope things work out. We do want to make moves here. So we are projected. Now, our pick might be going to the Spurs this season, which kind of sucks. So the Spurs via Atlanta have our pick, and of course we swap with them wherever they may be. Or no, we don't. There's no swap this year, actually. So they are going to get our pick. So no first round pick for us, unfortunately, which really sucks. Quinn Snyder will remain the head coach. I'm not going to fire him. He's got great badges and stuff. So no draft pick this offseason for us. That really is unfortunate, of course, because we could definitely use it. But I guess we have the Kings pick and then the Lakers pick. So that's definitely something I need to keep in mind. I forgot about those two picks. Okay, so that's nice to have at least. Now, do I want to draft with these two picks or do I want to make a move here? Low key, I kind of want to use like Hunter's contract and maybe some other salaries to make a move here because, yeah, we can add a couple of rookies. But at this point, I think it's time to be more aggressive. So not sure what I'm looking for, but if we could offer 16 and 20 along with DeAndre Hunter to get something, I definitely think we got to do it. So I'm going to be trying for Jabari Smith Jr. from Houston. I do like the idea of buying low on him because he's going to probably progress. He hasn't done a whole lot in Houston. He's actually not been great since he was drafted there. Last year, averaged 10 points per game, and maybe Houston's just willing to give up on him. So that's what I'm trying to experiment with here. So DeAndre Hunter and 2 of our picks for Jabari Smith Jr., they're late picks. This is quite a premium to offer. So what if we did just 1 pick? I don't know what they'd say to that. So they say no to that. So probably have to include both. So 16 and 20 for Jabari. They say no so far. I'll also offer you Cody Zeller. Not that that's like insane value, but it does show up as value in 2K. Vic Krejci as well. They still don't agree. And I will also offer you Muhammad Gee. What do you say? And just like that, we got a trade to go through. So Jabari Smith Jr. is now on the Atlanta Hawks. So I do like the idea of buying low on him, maybe as a co-star with Trae Young along with Jalen Johnson. So I do like that a lot. So now we have Jalen Johnson and Jabari Smith Jr. as our forwards going forward, which I absolutely love. Ricochet, of course, will be thrown in there as well, but we'll figure something out. I do like the idea of Jabari. So we'll probably move Jalen Johnson to small forward at this point, and Jabari will continue to play that power forward spot for us. So yeah, I like that a lot. So Jabari, power forward center combination, and then Jalen Johnson, small forward power forward combination, and Ricochet, you know, could be the backup or whatever, depending on how things go and how much he progresses. So love that first trade for us. Now that we don't have any draft picks, we buy low in Jabari, hoping he becomes something for us. Daniels and Kobe Buffkin will accept. And then qualifying offers, we're not worried about either of these three guys. And then free agency, I don't know if we have a crazy amount. So if we look at salaries right now, so Larry Nance only expecting $5 million. So I was curious to see if the sliders I use actually seem to have worked. So we do have, looks like I don't mind some of the offers that are looking. I actually think this looks good based off what contract should be expected. I actually think this doesn't look too bad. So I'm pretty happy with it. The sliders we use, so maybe I'll roll with this going forward. So yeah, I'm happy with that. But Trae Young, Dyson Daniels is our point guard rotation. We got Marcus Smart, Bogdan. We got Jalen Johnson, Ricochet, Jabari, and then Okongwu. So we definitely need a backup front court player. So we do have a little bit of money, but nothing too crazy. So we have like Luke Cornett. We can bring back Larry Nance. So I think we'll regress. Kevon Looney, always somebody I do like getting just because he can rebound like crazy off the bench. So I will start here with Looney, bring him in, and bring him as our backup 5. I would re-sign Larry Nance, but I've noticed, like I said, he regresses pretty aggressively, which kind of sucks. So is there anything else I want to do here? Not really. I think I'm kind of chilling with this roster. We definitely, I don't think we're done by any means going forward, but I don't mind this going into year 2. So let's go see what player progression looks like, because this is going to be the moment of truth. It kind of depends on how many players progress next to Trae Young. We have a couple guys going back in the qualifying offers, but we do have Trae Young regressing, which definitely isn't great. He's down to an 88. You have Jabari up. You have Jalen Johnson up. You have Okongwu up. You have Ricochet up. You have Dyson Daniels up. Smart is down, and so is Bogdan. So definitely something I need to keep in mind going forward. But Buffkin is up, which is nice, at least. And then Daniels becomes interesting because what we thought Marcus Smart could be maybe is exactly what Dyson Daniels could be. So what if we moved Dyson Daniels as shooting guard? He might even go up. He does. So I think we'll actually, low-key, start Dyson Daniels at shooting guard. So we'll start Dyson Daniels at shooting guard, and then we'll figure out the rest. But Marcus Smart and Bogdan being expiring contracts at the deadline definitely makes things very interesting. So we'll probably look into that as we go further. But Daniels is going to be our brand new shooting guard next to Trae Young. I do like his upside. Hopefully he can continue to develop. I know in previous 2Ks, he would develop like crazy. So having him as a little bit of a cheat code in our back pocket could be pretty nice to have for this video. So let's take a look at this next season, look at the rotation all together, and we can clearly figure things out as we go along. But I do like the idea of what this rotation could look like going into the season, especially with those 2 expiring contracts at the deadline that we can maybe move to make another aggressive trade if need be, which I will definitely probably look into. Man, I don't know why this takes so damn long, man. Year 2, going out of a off season into a new season in 2K, it never used to do this. And we're just still waiting here. We finally got there. Okay, proficiency. 3.5, perimeter centric. Wow, we are a 3.5 system. That's pretty interesting. Or, sorry, 4.5. So we clearly need to move our boy Quinn Snyder to perimeter centric. I did not expect to be a 4.5 proficiency already, but here we are. So we'll definitely do that. So perimeter centric system seems to be a really good system for us at 4.5, which is amazing. And here is your rotation. So it's Dyson Daniels, Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Ricochet, Jabari. So they want to bring Jalen Johnson off the bench, which is interesting. I don't hate it, but I definitely feel a little bit bad because I want Ricochet to start too, don't get me wrong. But I definitely think starting Jalen Johnson over Ricochet makes more sense. So I'm going to do that, and we'll roll with this. So we'll do something like that. Maybe I shouldn't have traded for Jabari because I do believe buying low on him still made a lot of sense for us. So Trae Young, Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Jabari Okongwu is our rotation. And then Looney is not getting any minutes right now, I just noticed, which kind of sucks. I want him to get some minutes. So run a 10-man rotation. That way he gets some minutes there. He will be thrown in there. That's what we'll roll with. And then we'll put Jalen Johnson back in there as the starter, and Ricochet will come off the bench. So that's what we'll roll with. We'll simulate this season. And then, like I said, shot tendencies. So Trae Young's shot tendency is extremely high, as it should be. Jalen Johnson's is pretty high. And I do want Jabari's to be pretty high as well. We'll do something like that. And I'll go ahead somewhere to the end of year 2. If I stop at the deadline and make a move with those 2 expiring contracts, I will show you. But hopefully we can have a pretty good season. But so far, we're not off to a good start. So right now, we're 22-29 on the season at the trade deadline. And I do want to make a move here. I do want to be a playoff team this year. We're only 7 games under 500 right now. But it feels like at the very beginning, when we had Clint Capella as our starting center, things went extremely well. So to me, I think we can get a better center to start over Okongwu. Maybe Okongwu is just meant to be a backup, and that's totally fine. He's an 82 overall. But it just feels like when we had a center plus Okongwu, things went a lot better. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to see if I can get Jarrett Allen at the deadline. I do like the idea of acquiring Jarrett Allen, who's still only making $20 million right now. And his contract is going to go up after that. So I have Smart's contract that matches it very similarly. Obviously, they're not going to accept this straight up, but if I can offer maybe this 2028 Grizzlies pick that I got earlier, we'll start with that. So we'll start with this. They're probably going to say no to that, of course. And I'll also offer, I mean, this is a pick swap where the Spurs will obviously get our pick. So only 2.5 stars. So the Spurs must be really bad too. So let's see if they want to do this. I'm fine with this. I want to get Trae Young some help, and we got Jarrett Allen. So just like that, that's all it took. So Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Jabari, Jarrett Allen becomes our new rotation. So I do like the idea of Jarrett Allen with Okongwu, Zachary Shea, Bogdan, and Kobe Buffkin and Kevon Looney. So I think that looks a little bit better. So we'll keep rolling with this. Let's go ahead and with the rest of the season. Hopefully with Jarrett Allen coming on board, we can start to turn the season around and be a playoff team and not a play-in team. So unfortunately for us, we still ended up as a play-in team, but at least we made the plan to begin with. I do believe we could get out and definitely upset a team in the first round if possible. We got to get out of round 1 first, though, of course. Or get out of the plan first. So we are the 9th seed and we get the Cleveland Cavaliers, so we made a trade with at the deadline, of course. So we had 24 from Trae Young, 20 from Jalen Johnson, love that, 18 from Jabari, 13 from Riche, 11.5 from Jarrett Allen, 7.5 from Okongwu, and 7 from Bogdan. So here we go. We're going to simcast this time around, going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm also going to shrink this down to a 9-man rotation. Just think that'd be better going forward, so we'll do that. So they do want to start Riche, which I guess if they think that's what, works out, or now they don't want to start him, I don't know. What are we doing? So, all right, that's what we'll roll with. It's going to keep suggesting more minutes, but let's see if we can come out here and win the first leg of the plan. We get Jarrett Allen off the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it's looking good right now. As long as we don't blow a lead, we're going to the second leg, and it looks good, and it looks like we will make it to the second round of the play-in. Trae Young with 32 and Riche with 29. Love that. And now we get Orlando. Orlando, of course, is no slouch. So Orlando's got Cole Anthony, KCP, Franz, Paulo, Wendell Carter. So here goes nothing against the Orlando Magic. So again, they want to give more minutes to whoever. So they want to start Okongwu, which is interesting, but let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can beat the Magic to get in to the playoffs to play the Pacers. And it's looking good right now. Can we keep it up? And it looks like we're going to blow out the Orlando Magic, and we do beat them by 7. So it didn't really end up being a blowout, but hey, we're in the playoffs, which is great. This is where I wanted to be. We finally get here. So let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Pacers in round 1. So Indiana's got Halliburton, Nembhard, Mathurin, Siakam, Turner, Obi Toppin, Harris Walker, Wiseman, and Aaron Nesmith. So game 1 is going to go to them. They blow us out. Game 2, they're up 2-0. So maybe we weren't up for the task, unfortunately. So let's see if we can come out here and win game 3 to make things interesting. I'll simcast game 3. And maybe we're not ready for this moment just yet, unless we take the lead at the end, and we do. And we will win game 3. So we're not going to roll over and die. We're not going down 3-0. So let's see if we can win game 4 and make this a tied series. That would make things very interesting. I would love to be the team that upsets the first seed for once, just like that happened to me in last video. But I don't think it's going to happen here, unfortunately. Oh, wow. We only lost by 2 there. But still, let's fix the rotation one more time. And let's go to a game 5 and see if we can force a game 6. They start off hot in the first quarter. Second quarter, we close the gap a little bit. Can we get back in the game in the fourth? The close one, but I think they are going to beat us. So there were some close ones there. Unfortunately, fall short of our goal, though, 103 to 119. But I'm not too discouraged. We got Jarrett Allen at the deadline. We're going to have guys progressing. I do believe eventually this is going to work out. So Mavericks go on to win it all. They beat the Bulls in 5. So here are retirements, and let's get the lottery. So of course, ladders don't matter to us. We've kind of punted on the draft this video. Instead, we've gone after, veterans. We got Jabari's not really a veteran, but he's not really a young rookie anymore either. So let's go to the draft night and let's see what we got going on here. So on draft night, I don't even believe we have a pick, but maybe we do. So we have a second round pick. Not too worried about that. The player options, you're gonna have Trae Young declining. Bogdan, I'm gonna decline as well. But I do want to accept Trae. I do want to bring back Trae Young, obviously. We've kind of done the whole build around him. So this will be interesting because Jabari and Daniels are both asking for, or they're both about to be restricted. Obviously, I want to bring both of them back, but I'm curious to see what they're going to be asking for. So are these sliders really good? Let's see. So Trae Young asking for 53 million makes sense. That's fine. But, okay, so Dyson Daniels is asking for, okay, not too bad. Jabari's asked for 30. I don't think that's terrible. And Dyson Daniels asked for 18 million. So I do like how the sliders look right now. So I'm going to offer Trae Young his contract. I'm going to offer Dyson Daniels his contract as well. And I'm going to offer Jabari his contract. So I don't think those are bad at all. Those, to me, feel fair. So I do believe these contract sliders are working, which I absolutely love because the last couple of videos have been horrendous with how bad the contracts have been. But we do have money to sign another good player, which is nice. So, that being said, We have Trae Young and Kobe Buffkin. So Kobe Buffkin's going to be our backup point guard. We have Dice Dales as starting two right now. Jalen Johnson, Ricochet still sharing that small forward spot. Jabari, and then Okongwu and Jarrett Allen, and then Looney as the third string. So I guess we could clearly need a backup power forward or a backup shooting guard. So who do we want? So backup shooting guards, we got Caruso. If I didn't think he'd regress like crazy, I'd maybe go after him. Keon Ellis, I don't mind either. Backup power forwards, got PJ Washington, who usually is never that great in 2K. Got Jake LaRavia. So I do think I'm going to go after Keon Ellis. I like the idea of Keon Ellis here. So if we can get Keon Ellis as our backup shooting guard, I don't mind that. So we'll go with that. And then if we can sign like, I don't know, I don't think there's really anybody else to go for. So we're probably stuck with what we got going on. So that's going to be our rotation going into next season. Let's see what player progression is going to look like with these guys. So 85, 85, 84, and 84. So outside of Trae Young, everyone's developing very nicely. You know, I would experiment with something crazy at the deadline. If I felt like we needed a new leader, maybe we could trade Trae Young straight up for somebody else. I'm not saying I would do it, but it would be interesting to look at, to say the least. That's all I'll say. I'll just say that. I feel like it'd be interesting to see what would pop up if I did attempt to trade Trae Young at the deadline and get a new leader on the team. And just, you know, what we have right now, I really like the core we have. We have the superstar in Trae Young, but if we felt like he isn't the guy to get it done, if we try to trade him, which I'm not saying I'm going to do, but if I did try, and like someone better popped up, like I don't know who, like Kawhi is obviously not at this point, no thank you. Cat, no. Franz Wagner, like that's interesting, but I don't have to trade Jalen Johnson. Murray, no. Obviously we've already tried that, and then Ayton and Robert Williams. But yeah, none of that really made sense right now. So maybe at the deadline, if things aren't going well, I can look into it. But I'm hoping that this team can finally be a straight up playoff team, top 3 seed in the East. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. We'll see if that ends up happening. Let's summate this season. At the end of this season, I decided not to trade Trae Young. I did look into it, not gonna lie, but let's see if he makes an All-NBA team. He does not, unfortunately, but I think he has plenty of help, which is maybe why he's not carrying as much anymore. So we are the 4th seed in the East, and funny enough, we get to play the team that beat us last year in round 1. So let's take a look at the player stats. So you had 23 from Trae Young, you had 19.5 from Jalen Johnson, 17 from Jabari, 17 from Zachary Ricochet, 12 from Jarrett Allen, 9 from Kobe Buffkin, 7 from Daniels, and then 6 from Okongwu, and 3 from Keon Ellis. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the playoffs. We get to play the Pacers in round 1, who beat us last year. So hopefully we're going to return the favor. This time we'll have home court advantage. So money come around against them. And we are going to beat them in 6. Okay, so we move on from round 1 to round 2. And now we get to play the first-seeded Pistons. So, of course, this one's going to be a tough matchup. They got Robinson, Stewart, Asar, Ivy, Cade, Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, Hugo, Ron Holland, Marcus Patterson. A very good team in Detroit. So here we go. Game 1 goes to us. Good start. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3, please. Yes. Game 4, please. And no, it's going to be an even series. Okay, so Game 5 in Detroit. Let's see if we can steal this one in Detroit and go back to Atlanta for a home court Game 6 to close them out. It's going to be a close one right here. Can we close them out here, though? And we are going to lose by 5. Now we have to force a Game 7. So let's see if we can do that, man. So Game 7 or Game 6 right now in Atlanta. To go out here and beat the Pistons and force a Game 7. We got a nice little lead right now as long as we don't blow it. Can we keep the lead is the question. And we got a 4-point game, and it's going to be a close one. So let's jump in and watch the end of this, shall we? 107 to 107. A minute 30 left on the clock. I will not play this out. I will allow my computer to do it, the AI or whatever you want to call it. So let's see if we can win Game 6 to just force a Game 7. That would be nice. So this is a close game. We got to jump in and watch this bad boy. Can we inbound the ball is the question. We do it to Jalen Johnson. Trae Young's got the ball. Okay, so we're going to have Daniels. It looks like our starting 5 is out here, which is nice. All right, Jarrett Allen's going to screen for Trae Young. Trae Young 3, wide open, and he is going to miss it. I love that shot. That was a good shot. Fortunately, just did not go down. So Sar Thompson's going to have the ball. He's going to give it to Mitch Robinson, back to Cade. Oh, gosh, Trae guarding Cade does not look good right now. But good help defense. Still made it, though. 109 to 107. We're down 2. All right, Cade bullies Trae Young to the basket. Let's see what he can do here. Trae Young's got the ball again. See what he's going to do. He's just going to try to ISO Cade. And he is going to get... Wow. He missed it, though. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow. It looked like he got there, too. And Asar's going to shoot him. He's going to give it to Gobert. Gobert back. A wide open Cade in the corner. Doesn't get to him. Gobert, shoot it. Go ahead. Nope. Trae Young's guarding Gobert, which is funny. We got Hugo back to Asar from 3. We got to get a stop here. If they make a basket, we're... Asar 3. That's not... And they get the offensive board. And Robinson's going to get fouled. Okay, it's not the worst thing in this world. He might miss both or miss one. Robinson offensive board. He's going to miss the first one, so it's still going to be one possession game no matter what. All right, so let's see if he misses the second one. And he is going to miss the second one. Beautiful. And Trae Young in transition. Trae Young, 3, please. For the lead. Yes, there we go. 110 to 109. Beautiful stuff. Ice in his freaking veins, Trae Young. 110 to 109. Okay. This is just a force of game 7, though, by the way. So, like, we're not even out of the clear just yet. All right, let's see what happens here. They're going to give it to Cade Cunningham. Cade. Jarrett Allen. Okay. Jalen Johnson comes over to switch to Cade. That's good defense. Get the board. Get the board. Yes, we got the board, and they're going to foul. Nice defense from Jalen Johnson to help Trae Young there. All right. Let's see if we can get the ball to Trae Young so he can get these free throws down. Come on, Trae. Get open. What are we doing? Trae Young's going to get the ball. They're going to foul immediately. Okay. Now, this is still going to be a one-possession game no matter what. So let's see if Trae Young can hit both to make this a 3-point game. Going to make the first one. Beautiful stuff. Detroit, do they have a timeout? They do not. So no timeout for Detroit. We're going to make both. It is a 3-point game, so they have to hit a 3 to win it. Or to tie it, sorry. And let's see if we can get a stop here. So 3-pointer. We know what they want. Stewart, deep. That's a deep 3. If he hits it, respect. He misses it. We don't get the rebound. Cade Cunningham. Asar is going to be the one that shoots it, I think. Cade, 3 to tie it. And of course, it's going to go down. We don't get the rebound, and that is what happens, bro. 112 to 112. Oh, my gosh, bro. Just getting brutally screwed by 2K lately, man. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get a game winner to go down. Gonna give it to Dice Sales for 3. He's open, kinda, and he misses it. Oh, boy, we're going to overtime. Oh, gosh, I don't like this. We're not going to watch the whole overtime, obviously. That would be just way too long a video. So let's simcast this bad boy once it gives me the opportunity to pause it. So here we go. Well, I can't simcast yet. Substitutions. I mean, obviously, I want our starters to be in. Here we go, simcasting this bad boy. Hopefully we can win it. Simcast, we'll slow it down. Normal speed, and we take the 3-point lead. Please win this game, man. I can't bear losing here. All right, we have the lead, 1:37. Let's watch it. This is only game 6, by the way. This is literally game 6. So we have a 1-point lead with possession. Let's see if we can finish them off here. Trae Young's going to get the ball. Jarrett Allen is going to not screen for him. Trae Young's going to take the basket and get fouled. Ooh, and one. And Cade fouled out. Cade is out of the game. That's massive. Okay. That was a nice foul drawn by Trae Young. Love that. So no Cade Cunningham. And we are going to make both. So it is a 3-point game again. Ivy's going to handle the ball now. So no Trae Young anymore. Let's see if we can get a stop. Naz Reid out here. Hugo's out here. The Detroit still has a very good roster despite Cade obviously fouling out. Ivy gets a wide open 3. He's going to miss it though. We get the rebound. W. All right, let's score here on this possession. Let's bury these boys, and let's go to a game 7. Come on. All right, Trae. Need you to do something here. He's going to try to dribble around Ivy. Okay, Trae, what are we doing? You're taking on the whole freaking team in the paint. Bro, pass that. That was such a dumb possession. All right, Asar. What are we doing? We're going to give it to Stewart. Stewart there. Good defense once again by Jalen Johnson. Love what I've seen from him so far. All right, Trae, if you're going to go to the basket, at least see if you have 4 people guarding you, you're going to pass it out. Because we would have had an open 3-point shooter more than likely. All right, Trae is... Dude, what is... I hate what Trae's doing right now. I absolutely hate what he's doing, bro. Like, can you please score a high... Okay, we're going to foul a start of the basket. Trae Young has got his 4th foul. All right, so I don't mind this foul. He's probably going to miss one, and he almost does. Wow. Okay, 118 to 120. Let's see if we can... He's going to make both. They both bounce on the rim, but it's a 1-point game again. Trae's been taking low percentage looks the last couple possessions. Can we get a good look, please? Or is he just going to take it to the basket and hope for the best here? He's going to... Okay, he gets fouled this time. All right, whatever. So let's draw the foul. Trae on the free throw line. Let's see if he can make the first one. He does. So it's going to be a... well, I won't say that yet. If he makes the second one, it's a 3-point game. He does. 119 and 122. Detroit's going to call their last timeout. And again, this is just to get to game 7, man. Because we could have went all the way through this just to lose in game 7 potentially here. So let's see if we can get a stop. 119 and 122. So plenty of time left on the clock for Detroit. 27 seconds. They're going to get it to Stewart. Or Ivy's open again. And he's going to hit that one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, bro. 122 to 122. All right. Let's see what we can do in this one. In this other overtime. Dude, this is going to take way too long. Why can't we just... Dude, if Trae could have taken any good look, those 2 possessions, we could be up big right now. But instead, he just took on 4 people in the paint. All right, so we're going to drain the clock. We're going to take out the whole clock. And we're going to have the last shot here in overtime, I think. So, Trae Young to win the game. Let's see if he can do it for us. I will forgive you for everything you've done. And it's not going to go down. We're going to a second OT. Unless if he hits this. Oh, my gosh, bro. If he would have hit that, I would have walked out of the room. They're going to a second overtime. Lovely stuff. I probably won't jump into the second OT. I'll probably live with the results. Because this is just no Cade in the second OT. We got to take advantage. Start of second overtime. 122 to 122. Just to get to a game freaking 7, man. It's unbelievable. All right. We're on normal. Ooh, not Simcast Live. Not Simcast Live. Who jump in? All right. Simcast. Okay. All right. We'll go normal. Let's see if we can not lose this. It's going to be a lead for us right now. And we're going to have a 3-point lead, 5-point lead. Let's hang on to the lead is all I'm asking for. It looks like it is a 1-point game. I'm jumping in and watching this. Or actually, I'm playing it. 132 to 131. I'm jumping in. Screw it. I'm jumping in. Actually, I don't like this. I'm going to get a screen. Jalen Johnson. See if I can just get to the basket. Ooh, I like this look. And we're going to take the... Okay. See, it was that simple, man. We got a 3-point lead. 134 to 131. I got to jump in and save the day. 37 seconds left on the clock. We got to get a stop. No 3-pointers allowed. And we're good. Because I hate what I've seen so far from our defense. Trae Young's been slacking. Which, is to be expected. He's not a great... Ooh, oh, godness. I got caught... Or, I don't even know what I just said. I got caught in the screen. Ooh, okay. You know what? Take the 2. Take the 2. That's fine with me. We're going to go to the free throw line. Or no, we're not going to the free throw line yet. We're going to inbound to Trae Young. We're not going to foul just yet. I got plenty of guys around me. I should be able to just take this to the basket. I almost did. You know what? I'm going to back up. I'm back up here. So let's take this out. Let's take this out. Okay, can you please... Holy moly. What is going on? I should have gotten stripped a long time ago there. I'm going to get a screen from Zachary Ricochet. I'm going to give it to Ricochet. And that went literally nowhere. Do I get fouled? No, I don't. 134 to 131. They're going to call a timeout. This overtime is just killing me, man. We have the lead. We just got to get stopped. It's that simple. Just to stop, and we win the game. 7 seconds left on the clock. Jaden Ivey's going to have the ball. Just play good defense, and we should be good. They're going to give it to a wide open Hugo. Oh, boy. Now I have to hit a game winner here. Let's go to Trae Young. I can switch on to Trae Young. All right, let's see if I can hit something here. Let's give it to Trae Young. Kind of have an open look. So I decided to run it back one more season after that debacle. So let's see if we can come out here and win a championship before this video is over. I doubt it, but here we go anyway. So we get to Boston in round 1. Drew Holiday's regressed like crazy to this point. They still have Jalen Brown, Tatum Porzingis. Max Christie's there now. Here goes nothing. So many current round against Boston, and we are going to beat them in 7. We got lucky, but we beat them. And now we get Toronto. So Toronto's got Lonzo, Trey Johnson, RJ Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Grady Dick, and Noah. So let's see if we can get out of round 2 in this video. Can we? Let's find out. And we're up 3-2, and we are going to a game 7, of course. So game 7, simcasting this one in Toronto to see if we can get past Toronto to get to a conference finals appearance in this video. It's a close game right now, and Toronto is going to take the lead, but we take it back. We have a 10-point lead, and it's a 9-point lead. We got a 3-point lead. We're probably going to blow this, aren't we? And we are going to overtime again, of course. Why would we not go to OT? Why would we just win a game simply, just smoothly? Why would we do that? Why would that happen to us? And we're down 4. I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, I can't find success, man. I just suck. I'm trash. This game is over. Why not even jump? And they have the freaking ball. I'm out. I'm in this video, guys. I'm terrible. I don't know what to say. Let's retry it, shall we? Let's simcast this again and see if it goes differently. This is what I have to do to win anything. And Toronto's gonna still beat my ass here, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Dude. I'm out. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.